There are dogs out there so large, so powerful, and so rare that many people don't even believe they exist. Some were bred for war, some guarded kings, and some grew so big that rumors still swirl around how they were created. Leonberger. The first giant on this list doesn't just look powerful, it looks mythical. The Leonberger was intentionally bred to resemble a lion, and when you see one up close, it's hard not to stare. Beneath that huge frame is a calm, steady personality that surprises almost everyone. They're gentle with family, patient with kids, and confident enough to handle chaos without flinching. But owning one isn't as simple as falling in love with the lion-like appearance. Their thick double coat demands constant care, and their energy level catches new owners off guard. What really separates the Leonberger from other giants is how quickly they switch from soft and playful to focused and protective when something feels off. Some owners even claim these dogs have an almost sixth sense for tension, something that's never been proven, but gets talked about a lot in Leonberger circles.
Hungarian Komondor. At first glance, the Hungarian Komondor doesn't even look like a dog. With its massive corded coat hanging in long white strands, it blends into a flock of sheep so well that predators often don't notice it until it's too late. That disguise wasn't an accident. Shepherds designed it that way. The Komondor was created to be a silent guardian, watching from the background until danger made the mistake of stepping too close. Most people expect a dog this size to be loud and intimidating, but the Komondor is surprisingly quiet. It doesn't bark without a reason. It waits, watches, and decides. And when it finally acts, the sudden burst of power catches everyone off guard. Owners often say the dog goes from relaxed to explosive in a split second, as if a switch flips inside their head. Some even claim the breed can sense tension long before a human ever notices, a rumor that has never been confirmed but refuses to disappear.
Akita Inu. The Akita Inu isn't just another large dog. It's a symbol of loyalty so extreme that people around the world still talk about it. The breed shot to global fame after the story of Hachiko, the Akita who waited nearly a decade for an owner who never came home. But behind that heartbreaking loyalty is a dog originally bred for something far more intense, hunting massive predators like boars and even bears in the mountains of Japan. Akitas carry a quiet kind of confidence. They don't bark just to make noise, and they don't waste energy. Instead, they watch everything with sharp focus, deciding who to trust and who to ignore. That independence is what makes them incredible guardians, yet it's also why they're not recommended for everyone. Akitas respect strength and consistency, and without that, they'll run the house their own way. There are also long-standing whispers about certain regional bloodlines showing wolf-like traits. Nothing proven, but enough to keep debate alive among breeders. Borzoi. The Borzoi moves with a kind of elegance that almost doesn't seem real. Tall, slender, and impossibly graceful, this Russian sighthound was once the choice of royals who needed a dog fast enough to chase down wolves across open fields. And despite that delicate, almost artistic appearance, the Borzoi is built for speed, reaching bursts up to 60 kilometers an hour without breaking its calm expression. Their hunting style is unique. Instead of barking or charging wildly, the Borzoi watches in silence, reading movement with razor-sharp vision. Then in a sudden blur, it launches forward like it's gliding rather than running. Even today, people who've never seen one in action are shocked at how quickly this gentle-looking dog can transform into a focused hunter. Yet modern Borzoi aren't as fierce as their ancestors. Some breeders say the old hunting drive is fading, replaced by a more relaxed temperament, the Irish Wolfhound. The Irish Wolfhound is the kind of dog that stops people mid-sentence. Standing taller than almost every other breed on the planet, this giant once marched into battle beside warriors, pulling enemy soldiers off horses and chariots with sheer force. Today, you'd never guess that from their personality. Despite their size, wolfhounds carry themselves with a softness that instantly disarms people. They're gentle, patient, and surprisingly shy around strangers. But make no mistake, this breed was built for serious work. Their height wasn't just for show. It gave them the reach to face down wolves and other predators threatening villages across ancient Ireland. Old records even describe wolfhounds bigger than the ones we see today, sparking rumors that the largest lines were lost over time. Whether that's true or just folklore, the idea only adds to the breed's legendary status. What throws most people off is how quickly this towering dog can forget its own strength. Turkish Kangal. The Turkish Kangal isn't just big, it's a legend in the world of livestock guardians. This dog was built to protect entire herds from wolves, bears, and in some regions, even cheetahs. And what makes the Kangal so intimidating isn't just size, it's confidence. When this dog stands its ground, nothing in its territory goes unnoticed. Despite their power, Kangals are surprisingly gentle with the people they trust. They bond deeply with families, watch over children like living security systems, and stay calm until there's a real threat. Then everything changes. The relaxed posture tightens, the eyes sharpen, and the dog moves with a purpose that feels almost tactical. Their reactions are so precise that some shepherds claim Kangals don't just protect livestock, they anticipate danger before it arrives. Whether that's skill or instinct is up for debate, but the stories never stop. Scottish Deerhound. The Scottish Deerhound looks like something pulled straight from an old legend, tall, misty, and almost ghost-like as it moves. Built for Scotland's brutal highlands, this dog was created to chase and bring down red deer, a task that demanded raw speed, incredible stamina, and nerves of steel. Even with their slender frame, deerhounds were once known for taking on game almost as large as themselves, relying on agility instead of brute force. What surprises most people is how gentle these towering hunters actually are. Despite their history, deerhounds are famously soft-tempered, friendly, and almost too trusting of strangers. They greet the world with calm curiosity instead of suspicion, which makes them wonderful companions, but terrible guard dogs. Their size may intimidate newcomers, but anyone who spends more than a moment with one realizes they're more likely to offer a nudge than a warning. There's something almost poetic about the way they move. Light-footed, smooth, and quiet. Newfoundland. The Newfoundland is the kind of giant that doesn't need to look fierce to command respect. One glance at its broad frame and thick water-resistant coat, and you instantly understand why this breed became famous for life-saving work. These dogs were born for the water. In the icy conditions of Newfoundland's coast, they hauled heavy fishing nets, pulled small boats, and leapt into dangerous surf to drag drowning sailors back to shore, sometimes from shocking distances. What sets the Newfoundland apart isn't just its size, but its instincts. Many of them will jump into deep water the moment they see someone struggling, without a command or hesitation. It's so natural that some owners say the dog acts before the human even realizes anything's wrong. That bravery, combined with their incredible endurance, helped turn them into one of the most respected working breeds in history. But for all that strength, the Newfoundland has a heart of gold. They're famously gentle with children, patient with strangers, and loyal to the core. Their calm presence makes them feel less like a pet and more like a guardian who simply prefers peace over chaos. And while some believe these dogs might have distant roots in ancient Viking breeds, that theory remains unproven, fueling even more curiosity about their origins. But while the Newfoundland dominates the water, the next giant rules the land with height that challenges the limits of what a dog can be.